Hi guys, it's a Saturday and I am running bit late to shoot a video, but let's get into it. So, for a long time, I was having this thing that ambition was a personality trait I was lucky to have. Like, I had goals, I had real ones. Like, I had a 5 year plan at 22, color coded notes with all the. And even my 5 year ahead version of myself, I was constantly trying to become. And I genuinely believe that if I worked hard enough, if I had more coffee chats, if I read more books, if I consume more podcasts and optimized enough, I would eventually arrive somewhere. Somewhere felt like enough. I never arrived. This video is something that I have been sitting with for past a year or so. The slow, uncomfortable process of unlearning ambition. Not giving up, not becoming lazy, but genuinely questioning what I was actually even chasing and why. And what I found on the other side of the question is something I don't really have a clean word for yet, but I want to try and talk about it. When I was in deep academic and research, I had the I feel I felt like ambition was like a fuel. I had more productive day. It made me productive. It made me feel like I had a direction and when everything else was uncertain. And I think that's why so many of us hold on to it because ambition is really good at making you feel like you're moving. You wake up, you have a list, you check things off, you feel momentum. But here's what I started noticing. I was not enjoying any of it. The coffee I was barely even drinking. The books that I felt like I was consuming, but I was not sitting with it and having enough time to reflect back on what I read. The people that I was having conversation with, I was constantly thinking that okay, what should I say next, and I was not really grasping or getting the idea of what they are trying to share with me. The conversations, even the good ones, I was, same what I said, I was half away thinking about what to do with that information before the person had finished talking. So I was so focused on becoming that I completely forgot how to just be somewhere. The crack happened quietly. It was not a breakdown. It was not one dramatic moment. It was more like I was working on something for a really long time and I felt like I got it. Was really close to it and I remember sitting with it and I felt so empty and I was really like okay, what should I do next? Like I was thinking about next goal, next thing to chase. Then I thought there is something wrong with this system because if the things you work for doesn't actually land when you get it, if your brain is already 3 steps ahead when the goal was never really the goal, the chase was the goal. And that's where the really it's a very really lonely way to live. And I think lots of us, especially people who grew up being told they were going places, who always had a plan, we confuse ambition for identity. Like, take away the goals, take away the hustle, take away the 5 year plans, and then who are you? What do you actually like? What do you care about when nobody's watching? And that scared me more than I expected. So here's what I found, or I'm still trying to figure it out. I want to be honest that I don't have this all fully figured it out. The word I keep coming back to is attention. Not productivity, not discipline, not even purpose. Though I think purpose is real and important. But attention, as in actually being present to the thing in front of you and letting that be enough. I started making coffee slower. I know that sounds really ridiculous that I've been making it fast because I needed it, but I slowed down, and that small thing started opening up something bigger. I started meditating not because to become calmer or reduce my overthinking, but actually to just sit with myself and without trying to fix or improve or optimize something. I started reading differently, less to acquire information and more to actually think, more to have a conversation with an idea. And in my NGO work, the work I care about most, I realized I've been approaching it like a resume line, and that shift something like something to be good at rather than something to show up for. I want to be careful here, but because I'm not saying ambition is bad, having goal is a bad idea, or I don't have goals. I think there is a version of ambition that is deeply healthy, where you want to grow, to contribute, to make something real. That kind of ambition feels like an expression of who you are. But the ambition I was carrying, it was more like anxiety dressed up like better branding. It was fear of standing still, dressed up as drive. And I had to learn the difference. I am 27, which means I am old enough to know that the people who seem most on the track aren't always the one who are most alive or who are most fulfilled. And I think what I want more than achievement is to be awake to my own life, to care about the things while I am doing while I'm doing them, to not spend my 20s preparing for a version of myself that keeps moving the goalpost. I don't know if this resonates with you. Maybe you are wired differently and ambitions feel genuinely good. I would love to hear it, but if any part of it felt familiar, if you ever crossed something off the list and you felt weirdly empty, I think it's worth sitting with that. Not to fix it immediately, just to notice it. Okay, that's all I had to say, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know in the comment how you like the video. See you.